Hello children, a very pleasant good morning to you all. Right? So now we are moving to the another concept of the unit 2. Right? So now here what are the concepts we have already learned? Newton's laws of motion we learned, and we have learned two concepts in this. For the next concept you need to remember these concepts. We have to know force, value, what is the formula to find force, and distance, displacement, and what is the meaning of rate. Rate means divided by time, right? So that all the concepts you just have a fast relook, then come to this concept, right children? Now in this session we are going to see about the concepts of work, power and energy and the related concepts. Okay children, now first let us move into work. So you would have heard, so many of us, even your parents, right? I have done a lot amount of work, and they will also complain on you what work you are doing, right? So I'll tell you a good solution for this. Hereafter, if your parents ask, like, please say, doing work is anything. When I even move a body from one place to another, I am doing a work by science. Because you know, children, what is the definition for work? Work is equal to force into displacement. Any body, if it moves from one place to another, when applying a force, then the work is done. So even when you play a small ball inside your home, then you are doing work. So tell to your parents if they ask you, if they ask you if you have not done any work, right? So for fun only. So don't take it as one serious issue and tell to your parents I am doing lot of work and I am getting tired. Okay. So work is equal to force into displacement. Okay. So what is the work? Work is defined as the product of force and displacement. Right. Displacement and all we have learned. Force also we have learned. What is the unit of force? Newton. What is the unit of displacement? Meter. But generally we will have one unit for force. So that is called as Joule. Why children? Joule was a James Prescott Joule. He was a famous scientist. He gave so many concepts about this work, energy, power and some other concepts also. So for his respect, as a respect for him, we have kept his name as a unit for work and energy too. That I will tell you in the next to this, right? So Joule is also a unit for work. So while writing units named after scientists, start with small letter when you are writing in full form. When you are writing in single letter, write as a capital letter. So what is work? Work is equal to force into displacement and its unit is Joule. Now for small works it's quite okay when we use joules. But when we are doing huge works in factories, industries, so right, even in your houses, some instruments, some appliances will use so much of energy. So for that and all, expressing the energy in a smaller way is not quite sufficient. So there we go for a higher unit called kilojoules. K-I-L-O, kilo means what? First lesson, prefix. Kilo means 1000. So 1 kilojoule is equal to 1000 joule. So work is a scalar quantity. In the previous classes we had told you what are scalar quantity and vector quantity. If you don't remember, just turn the page and see. It will have direction only, magnitude only, not the direction. So they are called scalar quantities. So if a force applied, and because of that force of a body is moving, then it is positive work done. If a moving body is stopped or disturbed by applying a force, then that work done is called as negative work done. Right? Now we have one another CGS system of unit also, that is 1 foot-pound, FPS system. If 1 foot-pound is equal to 13558 joule. So this may be asked as 1 mark, underline it in your book. Right? So these are the concepts we need to know about work. Now we are moving to energy. What is energy? When you are doing any work, in what you don't have energy means what? Something has to be there inside that work which will be spent to do the work. So that capacity to do the work. Every object will have some ability to do the work. That ability is called as energy. It is the capacity of a body to do the work. So energy's unit is also joule. Right. Now both, this is also having joule as unit, energy's unit is also joule. So both will be considered considered as similar quantities. So sometimes work will be replaced by energy and energy will be replaced by work. But one relationship between these two is available. Energy is the cause for any work to be done, and work is the effect of the energy. Right? Energy is the cause and work is the effect. Right? When we eat, very simple example, when we eat, we will get energy. With that energy, we will do the work. So energy is the cause, reason, and what we do is the effect as work. Right? So underline this may be asked in 1 mark. Energy is the cause and work is the effect. This energy is categorized into main 2 types: potential energy and kinetic energy. Right? So potential energy and kinetic energy, and these potential energy and kinetic energy will be generally called as mechanical energy. What is that, children? Mechanical energy. So that is what I have written here. Right? Mechanical energy. So that what is potential energy? What is kinetic energy? Now I'll tell you a good example. Battery, battery. Right? What we use in our remotes and all. Right? So what is that? Inside it, some energy is stored. It is not moving. Right? So stored energy which is in the state of rest. Energy possessed by a body when it is at rest, it is called as potential energy. When energy possessed by a body when it is moving, then it is called kinetic. Right? So now when battery is not used, it will have potential energy. When you work on it, so the energy will flow. The chemicals energy which is stored inside the battery will flow. So then the potential energy of battery will become kinetic energy. Even in your dams, have you seen dams, children? Where you store water to greater heights. Right? So there water will be stored at rest. So when it is stored, it will have potential energy. When the water is opened in the dams, you would have seen this in the dam videos of news channels, right? When the shutters of dams are opened, so the water will flush out, gush out, right? So the when it is stored, it is potential energy. When it is made to move, it will have kinetic energy. So on a whole, what is potential energy? Energy possessed by a body by virtue of its rest is called as potential energy. Energy possessed by a body when it is in motion, then it is called as kinetic energy, and these two forms will come under what category? Mechanical energy. So this is a general classification. But we have some different forms of energy too. Like, now we have glowing of this room, right? That is due to light energy, and that light energy is caused due to electrical energy. Right? Now, and that electrical energy, how do we get? From the switch box? No. From the, what is that? Fossil fuels. Coal and all we have, no. So, in next to our step, we have one, what is a place called Neyveli. Do you remember that? Do you have ever heard of this word? Neyveli Lignite Corporation is there. So, from there only we will get. So, through that BIOS transmission lines and all we have, no. From that our electricity board will get it, and from that electricity board only they will supply to our houses. Right? So don't say that electricity current we get from the switch box. Right? So now, as of now, this is the condition, and we have some other forms also. Solar panels, wind energy, that also we will get. That we will see. Right? So that like what now what how I talk, that is due to sound energy. And what is that? Mechanical energy. Energy possessed by machines are called mechanical energy. Right? Electrical energy, nuclear energy, atomic energy, energy possessed by atoms and nucleus. Right? And now what we have? Wave energy, sound possessed by the waves, sea waves. And tidal energy, we have so many energy forms, chemical energy. So many whatever, so the life is full of energy transformations around us. One simple example, so sun is glowing and the plants will prepare the food through the sun's light, right? And that plants, both human and animals will eat, and human beings will eat the animals, and plants. So this is how energy will transferred as a chain from one form to another. Now one example I told you now, electrical energy is converted into light energy in your lights, tube lights. And what about in your fan? Electrical energy is converted into mechanical energy because fan is a machine. Right? Like this, in any factor, one form of energy will be converted into another form. So we cannot create any energy or we cannot destroy any energy. One form of energy will be converted into another form. And mass of a body, the amount of mass, will also be transferred along with energy, and total mass and energy of the universe remains the same, but it will take different forms. Right? So this statement is called as law of conservation of energy. So these concepts will come afterwards. Now let us finish this. Law of conservation of mass and energy. A beautiful law in physics which I like the most. You also will like, right? Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. So you cannot create anything. You don't have any power to create or destroy anything. Whatever is there. You have the authority to take in one form and convert it in another form, and what is that converted also will be given back to the universe itself. Right? So you can take and keep it here, and you cannot create your universe. It doesn't have any supreme power. So that is called this law. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but it will be transformed from one form to another. So what is that totally to say? Total sum of the mass and energy of the universe remains the constant. Mass and energy of the substances of all the contents of this universe will be the same, but it will take different forms. Right? So that law is called as law of conservation of mass and energy. Now coming back here. I have told you potential energy and kinetic energy, which are called as mechanical energy, and we have certain formulas for us to do the sums. Right? Potential energy is given by mgh. What is m? Mass of a body. G is gravitational factor. Right? Acceleration due to gravity. That you learn in your other lessons. The next lesson, what you are going to learn. Right? So its value is 9.8. So it is an acceleration due to gravity. So what is the value? 9.8 meter per second square. In detail you will learn about this in the next lesson. Height is at what height the body is storing the energy. So what is potential energy formula? mgh. Energy no. So that is why unit is joule. Okay. Now this potential energy is divided into three types. Gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy, and chemical potential energy. Gravitational potential energy is nothing but what the earth exerts on us. Right? And now what is the elastic potential energy is what is the mechanical body store in it. Right? For example, what is that? Even a rubber band. A very simple example you can say. When it is there, when it is not used, it will have some energy, no? So that is called as elastic. Very simple one. Every body will have this, right? So next one is chemical potential energy. I told you this battery example. Right? When energy is stored and when it is not used, it may be called as chemical potential energy. So then advanced concepts, some complex concepts are involved in this. So which you will learn in your consecutive classes. So what are the three types of potential energy? Gravitational potential energy, elastic potential energy, and chemical potential energy. Now coming to the next concept, kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the formula is half mv square. Very important formulas, these two. Never forget this. Half mv square. M is mass of the body, v is the velocity. Why velocity here? Because it is kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy? Energy possessed by a body in motion. When a body is in motion, it will have some velocity. That velocity is this. Half mv square. So potential energy formula mgh. Kinetic energy formula half mv square. Both will have unit joule because it is energy. Okay. Why energy will have the unit joule? That's why. Right? Now coming to this law we have learned. Now energy production. Now we have electricity production in our houses. Right? Conventionally we use some methods. Conventionally what means what? By practice. Now, what is it? Nowadays practice we say no. So we use so many methods to produce energy. So what are they? From coal and petroleum. This is what I told you now. Maybe I don't know. There we have fossil fuels, which is coal, which are buried deep under the earth long ago, so long ago. So that will be dug out. What is that? Mined out. So that will be burned to give energy. So that is the conventional method, main method. From that only we will produce electricity. Right. Now some other non-conventional methods. Everybody are not using it, but it is in the practice. Biogas, biomass and biogas. This have you heard children in village sites. Nowadays even in the town areas we are using it. Because agricultural waste, cow dungs and all those organic wastes are put in one well, are thrown in one well and allowed to decompose. And when it is decomposing, methane gas will evolve. That methane gas, what gas? Methane. That will be taken to a pipeline and it will be used to burn the stoves. So through that we can easily cook it. So very economical gas children. But what? More amount of waste need to be there. Right? So in agricultural areas we are using this. Right? So now wind energy, where the wind flow will be very more. They will have windmills. Have you seen in the videos? Windmills, the windmills will rotate. Mechanical energy it will have, it will be then converted to electrical energy. And solar panels, this you will be seen. Nowadays it is becoming a quite normal practice. Right? If new apartments are going to be constructed, they are asked to fit solar panels. Right? So solar panel will convert solar energy into chemical energy, which will be stored in the batteries of solar cells. And that we will use it as electrical energy. So these are all what? Non-conventional. Very few people only will use, right? But it is coming under the normal practice, right? Now saving energy. In your book at page 40, you are having some tips to save energy. Very good points are there. For example, new modern fridges will save 50% of your power as that of the older ones, and using microwave ovens. So many valid points are there. So that is for your self-learning. So learn in the PDF notes. I'll be giving it. Practice it in your life also. So when we save energy, we can go for what is that? More days with available energy sources. Now coming to the last concept, which is called as power. So work over, energy over. Now we are moving to power. What is power? It is the rate of doing work. Rate. This is what I told you in the first introduction. Rate means any concept divided by time. Right? Rate of doing work. So power is equal to work by time. So this is your formula. Rate means what I told you, divided by time. No. So work by time, power is equal to W by T. Right? So one work done is equal to, here we have one another unit for power. This is what I have written here. Unit we have one another power, for power we have one another unit which is called as watt. Not WHAT, it is WATT. Named after the scientist James Watt. Right? Who is he? Find it out. Right? So watt, in remembrance of his name, we are using the unit watt, WATT for power. Same as here joule, kilojoule. Here watt, kilowatt for higher values of powers. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watts. So what is the formula? Power is equal to work by time. T is equal to W by T. Right? So 1 watt is equal to, what is the unit for work? Joule. What is the unit for time? Second. Time as it is in the denominator, when it goes up, it will go with the power of minus. So 1 watt is equal to 1 joule per second. This and all, how to read it and all, I have told you in the previous classes. So 1 joule per second. And we have some other units, daily usage units are there. So they are 1 hour's power. batteries and all, have your car batteries and two-wheeler batteries and all, you can see it even in your high industrial machines. So that and all will have horsepower, HP. And batteries and all we used to say, HP batteries we used to say, no. So what is HP is horsepower. So that is 1 unit and it is equal to 745.7 watt. Right? And we have this formula of power in different chapters as different formulas. And here in electricity content, in regard to the electricity lesson, we have one formula P is equal to V into I. This V refers to voltage, charge, and I refers to current. Current unit is ampere. Voltage unit is coulomb, charge unit. So this power is generally power is equal to work by time. With reference to electricity, power is voltage into current. P is equal to V into I. And this I will finish this. In the mechanics lesson, we have some other formula also. Power is also calculated by force into velocity. Force into velocity. Alright, now here I come to this. Kilowatt hour. Kilowatt hour. See how I have denoted it. This I have written here. You can zoom it and see kilowatt hour. Kilo in small letter, watt in capital letter, hour in small h. KWH, small k, capital W, small h. In electricity bills we are receiving at home now, children. There I have ever heard 2 units, 3 units, 4 units of current, 100 units of current. What is that unit is? That is 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour means what? If you consume 1 kilowatt of power in 1 hour, then it is called 1 unit of energy, not power. So usually we make this mistake in our daily life. Kilowatt hour is not the unit of power, it is the energy. We are consuming electrical energy with some power. If 1 kilowatt is consumed in 1 hour, then it is 1 unit, 1 kilowatt hour. So that is the unit for energy. So these are the concepts about work, power, energy, and in the next class I will meet you with few sums. Thank you, children. Children, we are going to do some few sums here. So in that first sum is, if a body lifts a textbook, if a boy lifts a textbook with 10 Newton of force to a height of 2 meter, how much work has he done? So now underline the three concepts. So force is 10 Newton and displacement is 2 meter. The book is lifted to a height of 2 meter. So what is the work done? What is the formula for work done? Work done is equal to force into displacement. So force is 10 Newton, displacement is 2 meter. 10 into 2 is 20. So what is the unit of work done? Joule. So work done is 20 joules. So that is what I have written here separately as a final statement. How to write the sums that I have explained you before itself, right? Now come to the second question. If a body of mass 2 kilogram is moved to a height of 5 meter, what is the potential energy? So write what is the formula for potential energy? mgh. Now what is given here? Mass is 2 kilogram. Height is 5 meter. So what is potential energy? mgh. Potential energy formula is mgh. What is m? 2 kilogram. G value is, in the video I had told you, 9.8 meter per second square. How we are getting that value and all we will learn in your next class, right? Next standard. Right? G value is 9.8. It is constant, children. It will not change. So remember this, it may not be given in your question paper or your question. So G, small g means 9.8 meter per second square. Remember this. So G is 9.8, H is here, what is that, 5 meter. So 2 into 5 is 10, 10 into 9.8 is 98 joules. So potential energy unit is joule. So required potential energy is 98 joules. Now third sum, if a ball of mass 1 kilogram moves with a velocity of 2 meter per second, what is its kinetic energy? See, numbers and all very simple numbers. So this sum is in a book. So other sums I have given. So I have given with a very simple sum numbers for you to practice it initially. So don't get any ideas that the same easy numbers only you get in your exams. Okay, numbers will be changed. Though the system of pattern of sum is the same. So right, what is given here? Mass is 1 kilogram. Velocity is 2 meter per second. Kinetic energy is equal to what? What is the formula for kinetic energy? Half mv square. Right? Half is there as it is. Mass is 1. V square. V is 2. So 2 square. 2 square is 4. Here 2 is there. 1 into 4 is 4. So 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. So answer is 2. So kinetic energy is 2 joules. 2 joules. So required kinetic energy is 2 joules. So now fourth sum, 3 formulas we have learned for powers. So I had given in a very simplified way. What values I have given, calculate the power. So first concept I had given, work done is 10 joule, time is 2 seconds. So what is the power? Power formula is work done by time. So work done is 10, time is 10 seconds. So 10 by 2 is 5. So answer is 5 watt. Watt means unit of power. Spelling W-A-T-T. Okay. So in the second case I have written, what is this? Voltage. This V is voltage. Charge. Voltage is 12 coulombs. Current I is 3 ampere. Current symbol is I. I is 3 ampere. So what is power? So P is equal to VI. That is the formula we learned. So V is 12. I is 3 here. So 12 into 3, 36. What is the unit of power? Watt. Right? So another formula we learned. Force into velocity. So force is 4 Newton I have given. Velocity is 5 meter per second. So what is the unit for power? Power formula is force into velocity. This V over here is velocity. This is small v. So force is 4. Velocity is 5. 4 into 5, 20. And unit of power is watt. So what is the power? Required power is 20 watt. So all the sums with the numbers, same numbers or different numbers. I'll give it as PDF. Work it out. Thank you.